Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Smiles back in the building. I know it's been a little minute, but I figured I'd come through. It's the holidays. Wish you guys a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year 2020. We stepping into a new decade. We're going to have a bunch of new stuff popping. It's all about elevation, positivity, and growing because God damn it, I'm trying to retire in 5 years. Look, that's just what it is. My plan was I wanted to be retired by 40, but the universe had other plans, I guess. Anyway, that's another story for another time. I realized it's just been a minute, so I wanted to, come through and maybe. I said I want to give you guys a little more of myself, open up a little bit. I mean, you guys already are following me on my trans journey, but I figured too. I mean, why not get to know your boy? So I figured I'd tell you guys a story time about when I found out. Yes, I found out I was the side dude. Now, I don't know how you do that because technically, first of all, hey, with all this sexiness going on, you know what I mean? But shorty, I guess. Anyway, that's a whole nother stuff. So, when I found out I was the side dude, let's say this was, it was a few years back because I was with my ex-wife. Let's see. I don't want to put her name out here, so what can we call her? Let's call her Ain't Shit. Okay, so I had this girl, Ain't Shit, that for, man, let's say maybe 12 years, me and her were not best friends, but we were extremely tight, right? But as you get older and you start working and you get into your life and people start having families, which I don't have kids, but when we first was hanging out and stuff, she had a daughter. So dealing with dad and raising her kids, whatever. And we kind of lost touch for maybe a year or so. No, maybe 2 years, I think, because when we were friends and hanging out now, I had been under the impression the whole 11, 12 years we was friends that Ain't Shit was a straight girl. Like, literally, she only dated and messed with dudes, you know what I mean? But it was weird because her birth mother was like, goddamn it, she was like a grand dyke, I'll call it. But, before my transition now, I used to call myself a grand dyke. For me, that's like you've been dating women exclusively for 20 plus years. So to me, that's classification of a grand dyke, right? And plus she was, I don't really like saying stud, but she was a dominant older lady. And, anyway, so her mother was gay and her sister was, I guess she was maybe bisexual, but she had a girlfriend. Well, basically the whole time I had known them, her sister had like different girlfriends. Anyway, so when we ended up linking back up, I think I had like ran into her mom and whoop-de-whoop, her mom gave me the number to call her because I'm like, yo, man, I miss my girl, Ain't Shit. Like, I would love to see her. Her mom like, oh, where? But she, she lived down Fulton or whatever. So I'm like, oh, man, give me that number, address, whatever. So me and my homie at the time, my homegirl, we call and we pop up over there to see her. Now, I had kind of heard that she had started, like messing with chicks or whatever, but I had never actually physically seen her with a girl, females. So anyway, we go over and we kicking it and stuff, and her girl at the time ends up coming home, and she see me and my homie in the living room talking and stuff. Next thing you know, she calls Ain't Shit to the back And like they just start thumping, thumping, thumping. I'm like, well, what the fuck is going on? Because I always carried myself as a gentleman. Even before my transition, I was a gentleman, and I'm not about, if you want to play the role of a man, then you have to treat your lady as if you really are a man. You know what I mean? Take care of home. Even though it's not about gender roles, but if you know how, like, in the street, you will hear a guy say, you want to be a dude, I'm gonna beat your ass like a dude. You know what I mean? So anyway, I go back there, me and my homie, we kind of break it up, and Shorty leaves, and me and Ain't Shit start talking. I'm like, yo, what was up with that? You know what I'm saying? She was like, she think me and you messing around, da da da. I'm like, but you ain't tell her that we had been, like, we was just friends or whatever. Even though I ain't gonna front, for the time we used to hang out, I did like jive, try to, spit a little game to her here and there. But that was always just my homie. You know what I mean? She would like laugh it off or whatever. Like, bitch, I'm strictly dickly, but or whatever. Anyway, so long story short, they ended up, parting ways for some other stuff. Like Shorty ended up, how you supposed to be a stud and you got a girlfriend, but you go out and get pregnant on your girl? Anyway, that's we ain't even gonna go there, because I know deep down, like, studs or dominant AGs, whatever you want to call them, underneath of it, you're still a female. So maybe you wanted a baby or whatever, but then she ended up like getting an abortion and just anyway. I'm gonna leave that over there. So long story short, in the next couple weeks, me and old girl Ain't Shit, we start like kicking it, like kicking it. Next thing you know, whoop de whoop, we we start like messing around, fucking and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I had a girlfriend at the time, even like we was still kind of living together, but the relationship, I think we both were over the relationship, but we just hadn't verbalized it yet to each other. But anyway, because I'm trying to tell y'all about when I was a side dude. But alright, so we end up hooking up, like, for real. And we ended up moving into a bigger house together. Me and Shorty, like, we, you know what I mean? We cupcaking it up. Like, I had been wanting this girl for like 12 years. So I'm like with her, helping her. She had an adopted son, whatever. I'm helping her with the kids. I'm going to school. Because, you guys know I'm a surgical nurse. I'm sitting in the office now at work. So at the time I had started going to school, trying to, like, build a better life for us and my family. So next thing you know, I proposed to her, right? But at the time, gay marriage wasn't legal in Virginia. So we actually had a wedding, like a real motherfucking wedding, dog. Like, I don't have no pictures of it, because when that shit was done, it was done. But like, we really had a wedding, but it was more so a commitment ceremony, you know what I mean? So we living out, we like Beaver Cleaver in them, you know what I'm saying? Picket white, but it was a brick house, but white picket fence with the dog, the 2 kids, 4-bedroom house, basement, boom, boom, boom. So I had came into some money. I buy me a truck, buy her a car. It was the holidays. I go ball out for the kids or whatever. I ended up graduating from school and getting my job here in the OR, you know what I'm saying? So I would let her, because her car that I bought her, she picked it out, I bought it for her, but she didn't realize the transmission was fucked up on it. So we put it in the shop. I'm letting her use my truck to bring me back and forth to work. She picking me up and stuff, because where we was living was only like 10-15 minutes from the hospital. So goddamn, I just started noticing she's doing like little sneaky funny shit with the phone or whatever, and like I've never been an insecure type guy, so I tried to give her space, but then I ended up like running into some people, and they like, yo, Smiles, I seen your truck around Jackson Ward, which is like some projects in the city, and I'm like, I ain't been out no fucking projects. What you talking about, son? Come to find out, while I'm at work, this bitch riding around her ex-girlfriend in my fucking brand new truck. Oh my God. Hey, look, when I tell you I went ham and cheese on her mother, it was not a game. It was going down, dog. And I'm not no violent type dude, even though it ain't shit. Like, she literally would try to thump sometimes. I remember once I go see my mom and I got like these scratches on my neck. My mom loses her shit. I'm like, but we fought hard, but we also was fucking harder. You know what I mean? When two people, when it passion is, y'all know how it is. You know what I'm saying? When your emotions involved and you guys get into an argument, but when you go to make up, or even if you're not making up, like one thing we never had a problem with was sex, and I just was like bugging out. Then I found out that not only was she riding this bitch around in my shit, like you had the audacity to be fucking her in the back of my truck. Like I ain't even broke this joint in yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even got no pussy in it yet. And you gonna put this fat bitch in my shit? Ain't shit. You done lost your motherfucking mind, dog. Like, it is not a game. I goddamn, everything that I brought her, I left my shit that I could get out the house, because she actually ended up trying to keep a lot of my stuff that I had in the house. But you know what I mean, material things don't matter, y'all. Self-preservation is a must. You have to protect not just your body, your mental and your emotions. I had to learn that through life. You know what I mean? That was one thing that I can say getting older has taught me, that you have to protect you first. No matter how much you love somebody, you have to ultimately love yourself a little bit. Fuck that. Not just a little bit, a whole lot more, because you are a prize too. I had to learn that. But long story short, I'm like, how you going? Back to the story. Like, how you gonna be having this chick in my car? Like, I'm going to work, providing for us, helping you raise your kids. Like at night, I'm bathing your son, getting them dressed for school, ironing clothes, and I'm working. And once I I got my associate's degree to work in the OR and stuff, I went right back working on my BSN, which that's another story. I'm actually going to be going back to school to finish that up soon, because I'm just, wasting time and free money at this point. But anyway, yeah, man, I couldn't believe it. Like, and then thank God, though, that this happened before gay marriage was like really, really legal, because she was trying to actually get me to go and for us to have like a real marriage license, not just this bullshit ass certificate that we had at this point. But that's one thing I can say, the universe always looks out for what they say, babies and fools. And at the time, I probably was a little bit of both. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna front. Like, I ain't even gonna front. Shorty damn near could get whatever. But thank God that I had enough wherewithal and timing was off. Because could you imagine if that was my legal wife with her having them kids? I would have been probably in the state of Virginia. It doesn't matter if you are not like the DNA parent or the genetically, or however you want to say it, parent. If you're married and y'all have kids, you will have to pay child support on them crumb snatchers. And her adopted son, at that time, he was like 4 and 5, you know what I mean? Fuck that, man. We was together for like maybe 3 years off and on. But yeah, so then I ain't even tell you the kick part. When I say that I was the side dude, because ain't shit was with fat ass before we had even got together. So I feel like that relationship didn't have enough closure, or didn't have any closure, whatever. Like, maybe she was just mad that her girl went out and got pregnant on her or whatever, but and and then she just was like, well, honey, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go be with a real one, and like it is what it is. But I feel like, what I mean, even though technically she was my wife, but really she was her girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense at all. But all right, guys, I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to come through, let you guys see me, know that I see you guys. I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, hit me up. I'm gonna put my email address and my social media, which I'm trying to do better with my social media, with at least Instagram. I have you can look me up on Instagram at shit. I don't want to take out nothing wrong, but I promise in 2020 I'm gonna do better about it. I'm gonna put it in the description, my emails, my Facebook, and my Instagram. All right, guys, peace, be safe, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you guys celebrate and believe in. Just be safe and love up on each other while you can, because we only get it once. Well, I believe in reincarnation, but in this cycle we only get it once. Peace, guys.